Hi there. This disembodied voice in your computer is Paula Weston, your English 101 instructor for the semester. Um, excuse me, this is going to be a very informal orientation walkthrough of our campus site. You may hear a cat in the background. I apologize for that. I have horrible allergies, and so I may have to clear my throat, and I apologize for that. And I will do my best to keep you for as brief a period of time as possible. But I want to walk you through basically our setup for the semester so that you know how to use our site um, to your best advantage to be successful. Now, I'm sharing my screen with you. I can't share a test student screen with you for our course because I'd have to publish the class for that to happen, and I still have to upload this video before I do so. Um, excuse me. So what you're actually seeing is my view, which means that on the left here, if you follow along with my cursor, you're seeing an awful lot of things here like assignments all the way down to conferences that have the little eyeballs with the slash through them. That means that you will not see those on your screen when you log in, and you will only see these top ones: home, syllabus, modules, discussions, Zoom, grades, and library resources. So also I have a whole bunch of stuff over here on the right, which is uh, course navigation things and course building things that you will not get to see. But basically, this is the front page, the home page of our class. And you'll see it has a little welcome message for me, and it has 4 quick links: orientation, module, Zoom, and syllabus. This is the way that I recommend students come into the class, but it's usually the way that students don't come into it every week. But I wanted to point out these features here. So if you come to our homepage, you will come here. This will never change. The photo will never change for the remainder of the semester. This will not change. This welcome to English 101. These links will always point to the same things. The course orientation, I'll click on that for you now. It just says coming soon because I am finishing the course orientation right now with this video. The course modules will always take you to this page. Right now, there is the course information and other resources module at the top of the page. That's where you will enter if you click on that link. And if you scroll down, we've got week 1 here, and I haven't populated the rest of the modules yet, weeks 2 through 8. So I'm going to go back, and then Zoom will take you to this page, which has a link to our Zoom meeting room that I am in right now, and also a link to Mott's helpful Zoom page if you are unfamiliar with this platform, Zoom, that we use so frequently to conference. You can get some helpful information there. And then the final one on that front page is the syllabus. And it takes you to 2 documents, actually. It takes you to the course syllabus, which is embedded here. You can download it in PDF. It's taken a minute to come up, but it's embedded here in preview form. It gives you, and I don't know why it always does on this page, goes from this size to this size, and nobody has been able to figure this out in IT, so I don't know what's going on there. But if you pull it up like this, it'll show you all of it in, oh no, it won't show you all of it in this size. Apparently you get 2 sizes of the syllabus, which is great. But the document is accurate, I promise you. And if you download it, it'll be all the same size. That I promise you too. Oh my goodness. So it has all of the information that you need about the course. We'll talk about the syllabus in a minute, but I just want to show you where it is. And then there's another document on the syllabus page that you should read. It's the COVID-19 Mott Classroom Statement, and that's also embedded here as well. So if you're on the home page, right, which is one way to enter the course, those are the links that you can find. And every week with the course modules, if you click on course modules and scroll down, you'll get to the modules you need. Often students don't enter through the home page. That's perfectly fine. If you don't, my suggestion is, instead of going over here and just seeing the work that is due in this coming up on this to-do list, which you will have, which you can also find in calendar form, course stream, view calendar, right? So if you click on the calendar, pretty much everything that has been uploaded in terms of assignments is here. In calendar view for you as well. Everything that you have access to will appear on your calendar, and you can get to those assignments that way. And that's fine, right? You can go right to your assignments, but that is the least effective way to navigate our site. my suggestion is you go to the modules and you go to the week that we are in, and this is week 1. And then go to the week 1 overview and instructions, right? So for week 2, it'll have week 2 overview and instructions. Click on that. And this is essentially every single week the instructions for the class. This is the information that I would be sharing with you and going over with you in detail if we were in a face-to-face classroom, which we are not, right? This week you have, all of them start with a message from me telling you basically what you're going to be doing for the week. Every weekly overview page will have a photo that changes in the upper right hand corner that changes every week, reflecting something from outside from the week. So you will probably through the photos that turn up in the upper right hand corner, you will be taken from spring into just about summer. So those will change when you land on this page and there's a photo. I want that photo to be a reminder that you are on the correct page for the weekly overview and instructions. So I will have things to say to you, as I always do. I will have links to things to tell you what you need to have done for the week. It will tell you, for example, for the first week, you have a whole bunch of stuff to do, right? You've got some readings, you've got some videos, you've got to write a couple of journals, and then you've got your working draft for the first essay that you're turning in. And it will give you deadlines, it will give you links to those things. I ask you to introduce yourself this week. By the end of the second week, to introduce yourself in this discussion forum. Here's a link to the syllabus. Here are links to the readings that you have. We don't have a textbook for this class outside of the readings that are linked on the um, through the Canvas shell. Here are 2 videos. One is about 14 minutes long, and it tells you how to incorporate source material in Modern Language Association style in your assignments. And then because Essay 1 includes a paragraph where you have to summarize something, here's a great little 3-minute video or so, 3 minutes or so, from Sean McLeod on how to write a summary. And then and there's instruction up here too, in the analyzing and assignments, planning and writing, drafting, reviewing. These particular articles give you some advice and instruction as well, the kinds of things that we'll be going over, like I said, in a face-to-face classroom. And then there are links: Journal 1, Journal 2, instructions for Essay 1, a grading rubric for Essay 1. There's instructions about MLA format here. And then always in the weekly overview, there will be a closing message from me to you. Sometimes that closing message will give you information that you need from the college. Sometimes that closing message will just be me reminding you not to freak out, to breathe, to get in touch with me if you need help, things like that. So skipping this page is a big mistake. I have students every single semester who tell me that they've never read this page, and they come to me at the end of the semester and they said, "Oh, I didn't know that I needed to do X, Y, and Z," when it's been right there in front of them all semester long. So in the absence of a face-to-face classroom, and in the absence of synchronous, like we meet all at the same time online kind of classroom, this is how I am giving you information and instruction. So this is our class. And so come to this weekly overview page. And then also in the modules, right? I'm going to go back. Every module is also going to have all of the stuff that I linked to in that page as well, other than the readings. So you've got the Essay 1 working draft, Journal 1 and 2, a discussion for peer review, and then the discussion board that I've asked you to introduce yourself. And if you'll notice, each of these has a due date on it as well. And so there's a lot of redundancy or repetition in the class, that you can find everything that you need. That is the whole point, so that if you're looking in different places, that you can find what you need to navigate the course. So I'm going to go back to home. Uh, there are, like I said, there are several ways to access information in the class, several different places where you can access your actual assignments, right? From the course modules to the lists over here, to the calendar view, to your to-do list, underneath the syllabus as well. I'm going to go back to that. Underneath the syllabus is a list of due dates. Once it loads, you can see that there's a list of due dates there, right? Not everything has been populated. in terms of information that you need to complete the assignments yet. I don't do that until I actually assign them, but you have all of the due dates that you need there as well. So there's a number of different ways to access your assignments, but you have to understand that the course is more than just your assignments. Yes, that's partly where your grade comes from. It's, well, points wise, it's where your grade comes from without question. But if you skip the instruction and other information that helps explain the assignments, you're going to find yourself in a bad place at the end of the semester, and we don't want that. So I'm going to go over the syllabus one more time. I keep skipping out of there. I don't know why. Um, so the syllabus has information at the top about us, about contacting credit hours, about how to contact me by email, by Canvas inbox, to email me to set up a Zoom conference, to the class discussion board where you can post questions. Now, I don't have office hours this semester where you can just drop in virtually speaking and chat with me. So if you want to talk to me directly, which many students find productive, you need to email me or message me through the Canvas inbox and basically request um, an appointment via Zoom. And I'll make that appointment with you, even if it's outside of the normal 8 to 5 business hours. If your schedule is challenging and you need to meet later in the day or earlier in the morning or even on the weekends, I'll do everything that I can to accommodate you to talk to you directly. I don't have any problem doing any of that, but I need to know a little in advance, right? Sometimes if you catch me in the morning and say, "Hey, are you around this afternoon?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm around this afternoon." Um, Sometimes I need more time than that, you know? And also, I'm not on Zoom unless I have an appointment with a student. So if you log into Zoom and I'm not there meeting with you or somebody else from the class, then you're not going to be admitted to Zoom into my personal meeting room because I'm not going to be there. I don't hang out on Zoom all day. um, I know that that sounds like a really fulfilling and productive use of my time, but I do not hang out on Zoom all day waiting for people to come and find me. So make an appointment and do make an appointment. I am eager to meet with people and help them out. And sometimes, like I said, that talking face to face, or at least if you don't have your camera on, if you're listening and we're communicating in real time, that can be really especially helpful. There's some other things that you need to know about the class. These are the required materials, and basically the required materials include being able to access the class through a computer, having your mott 14-digit number so that you can access the mott library databases, and if you don't, there's some information here about how to do that. um, you need all of the source material that's posted on our course Canvas site and all of the stuff that I email to you. We do not have a textbook that you need to purchase. I'm taking care of all of the readings from my end. So there's a page here of course objectives. These are the kinds of things that you're going to be assessed on, right? That all of your writing is going to be sort of judged against. These are the kinds of things that the college thinks you should take out, the kinds of skills that the college thinks you should be taking away from this class and showing some proficiency in. Here are my grading policies. There are 1,000 possible points in the class. And here's how it breaks down in terms of your final grade. I try to be as generous as I possibly can. Um, there are a couple of ways you can earn a tiny bit of extra credit as well as the semester progresses in terms of discussions and journals, and those will be posted with the weekly modules as well. So this discusses grades. Here are how the grades break down. You should read this assignments thing here. Tells you which assignment is worth which points, so you should take a look at that. You have 4 major writing assignments. You have essay 1, essay 2, and essay 3. They're all weighted differently. They all do very different things, plus something called an annotated bibliography, which is a collection of research that you put together, a number of sources that you put together, um, and that you provide some information about in a document that looks very different from an essay. It's the same research that you'll be doing for essay 3. So the research that you do for the annotated bibliography is the same research that you'll be using in essay 3. 2 different documents, same research, 2 different kinds of assignments. You can revise everything you have to, right? You've got working drafts that are due of essays 1 and 2 in the annotated bibliography, and then of the introduction to essay 3, and then you revise those for a final draft, and the final draft is the thing that's actually graded. But you can revise SA1 and SA2 after they've been assessed their final grade if you want a chance to pull up your grade if you think that there's a chance that you can do that. So I'll provide on your working drafts of SA1 and SA2 and the intro to SA3, I will provide audio feedback for you to listen along. Um, and written feedback for your annotated bibliography. And because this is such a short semester, that feedback will come very quickly. Like you will turn in, hopefully, you will submit your working draft of SA1 by 11:59 a.m. Monday, May 10th. And by the end of the day, Tuesday, May 11th, everybody will have their audio feedback from me. So because the final draft of that is due the following Monday, things move very fast in a short semester. So all of that, you should look at the rest of the, wow, again, it pulls up, right? You should look at the rest of the grading policies. There's a final reflective letter, journals peer review. There's some other assignments. I don't do any quizzes. I don't see the point in quizzing. Students don't like them at all. I don't like them, and I don't think they really do anything um, to further your knowledge of anything in terms of a class like this. So I don't do any quizzes, but you have journals instead of quizzes in lieu of quizzes. And there are things that you need to do that are also not graded, like the readings and the videos and some discussion forums that you're going to be asked to participate in. These are all things that are really important parts of your instruction, even if you're not being graded on them. Think about this. If you were sitting in a face-to-face classroom, you might be participating in a discussion that doesn't get graded, right? Or you might be listening to me, hopefully not for long, drone on about a topic, right? Giving you some instruction, and you're not graded for that. So think about those kinds of things as necessary instructional materials, even though they don't show up in the points column of your grade book, okay? So you'll be considered present in a given week when you've completed some specific activity tied to attendance. It's usually a journal, sometimes it's a journal and a discussion. I'll always put that in the weekly overview page. I will tell you, hey, you know, this is tied to your attendance. If you submit these journals, for example, you'll be considered present for the week. So that is there. There's a whole bunch of other information in here. Oh, before we get to campus information, the academic week for us runs, with the exception of the first and last weeks of the semester, from Monday to Monday. So week one starts on a Wednesday and ends on a Sunday, but your work is due on Monday. That gives you like an extra day to contact me if you need to. If you're having difficulty meeting a Sunday night deadline, I have found in the past that students do better if they have that Monday night deadline rather than that Sunday night deadline. Um, so I extend that a day. But week two will begin on Monday, May 10th, and technically will end on Sunday, May 16th, but the work for that week will be due the following day, Monday, May 17th. And that's how it's going to run until week 8, which is our last week of the semester, which will begin on Monday, June, I think that's the 21st, first, second, third, fourth. Yes, the 21st. I did to backtrack from the 25th. And then it will end at 5 p.m., not 11:59 p.m., but 5 p.m. on Friday, June 25th. That's the last day of the class. That gives me time to grade your stuff, get it in, get your final grades in, and move on to the second half of the summer semester where I get to do this all over again. So, and hopefully, because you will have done everything that you need to do in English 101, you will not be doing this all over again too. So the rest of the syllabus really goes through a whole bunch of college policies, some necessary college policies that you really should read through. And also there's a list of important dates. And I've compiled a list of links here and some phone numbers as well that um, that are hopefully still pertinent. I haven't checked all of them. I should probably have done that already. I just realized as I was talking to you that I haven't checked all these links. But there are help and resources, and And I will tell you that if any of these links is broken, please let me know. Like if you click on a link and it's broken, that goes for anywhere in the site. If you click on a link and it's broken, please email me or message me to the Canvas inbox and I'll fix that immediately. I'm not sure that the Writing Center is actually open for the summer. I included this out of, as we say, an abundance of caution, and I'm not sure that the reopening LibGuide is still there. I don't know what's going on with COVID. I mean, none of us does. So I don't know how the library is operating for the summer in terms of COVID. And the best thing to do, of course, would be to call, right? And if you go to the library's website, I'm sure that they will have the summer hours. So that is my run through of the syllabus. We take a little bit more time with that in a regular classroom, but there you have that as well. So you should know that I don't take late work, most late work, I should say, late journals. Journals are worth 5 points each. There are 10 of them. And so if your journal is late, it's going to be 2.5 points. You don't want that. I don't take any late work for peer reviews at all. Once they're done, they're done. If you turn in a late draft, a late working draft of an assignment, a late rough draft of essay 1, you get half credit. And you don't want that, right? You have an essay due, that working draft of essay 1 is due at the end of the first week. It's due on Monday, May 10th. And it's better to turn in what you consider a disaster than it is to turn in nothing. And so it's kind of how I work, that I consider everything a work in progress. Even the final drafts you have of essays 1 and 2, those can be redone. And so I consider you as a writer a work in progress. I consider, you as a student a work in progress. And so the class is really set up, designed to, I'm going to go back to the homepage so you're not looking at that. It's designed to reward you for doing your best work at the end of the semester. The only problem is that our semester is 8 weeks long, which is really short. And so I am begging you to make sure that you get a jump on everything that you can. And the moment you feel like you're hitting a rough spot or you're in trouble, reach out to me for help, because this is the only class I'm teaching. I probably shouldn't tell you that, but this is all I got for summer 1. So you, outside of my life, that is, are my primary concern. And I will give you all the help I possibly can. Uh, Never think that you're bothering me ever when you're reaching out for help. It is my job to help you. It is my pleasure to help my students. So get a jump on things. Don't procrastinate. Reach out to me for help. Reach out to me when you think you've screwed up. I'm never going to think that you've screwed up. I'm going to always assume that your life is complicated and something prevented you from meeting a deadline or doing what you needed to do. Don't be embarrassed by things that get in the way, right? Just reach out for help. Try to talk to me and we'll see what we can do. But you got to be on it early, because if you're not, the semester will just get past you and we don't want that. So that's my orientation. I'm not trying to scare you off. I just want you to know there's an awful lot to do in the 8 weeks that we have. I know that you're capable of it because I have been doing this for years and I've seen students just thrive in this sort of a pressure cooker of a short semester. Many students are not very happy with me for the first few weeks of the semester, and I can live with that. That's fine until they've adjusted to the pace. And what are you going to do? So this is what I got for you. This is how to navigate the course. Don't forget, never overlook that weekly overview and instruction page, because it's got everything that you need on it. And reach out to me for help. And now I'm finally going to take a breath and I'm going to end this. Email me, paula.weston@mcc.edu, or message me through the Canvas inbox if you need some help. And now I'm going to end it. Ciao.